I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is January 30th, Tuesday, 2024. So we had this bearish day. So yesterday was Monday, obviously pushed up. Do not take out that high or that high like ES and Dow did. So little divergence there. Pushed the price back down for all the people who were buying, pretty much. And then getting into these down candles here, and this is where we are. We're still open right now, but and some earnings just came out, so pushed it even farther. Then and this is where we are. So the question is obviously is FOMC tomorrow going to rip these liquidities or these liquidities? So you see how we have this higher low, and this is in the same family here, even though it taps underneath. It's just a wick. So got to pay attention to the bodies right here. But you see this right here. This is another higher low. And then that was a higher low. See that? So when we were here starting in the day, we know that we should know that that's the possibilities that they're going to engineer liquidity on both sides, so they can go either direction. This was a little bit deeper than I thought. Could have maybe came up to here and then came back up, and then we could have like been center for the news tomorrow. But it's okay, whatever. It's starting to look more on the heavier side now, though. Even though that if you look on the daily, you can see us retracing back into that candle. It's 50% right now, so this would have to hold that support. If we're going to go bullish, it would not break this right here. And then, because if I see us coming down below that half where we are exactly right now, then you're getting into this imbalance. Doesn't mean we're not bullish like as far as macro is concerned, but in general, coming back to here is a very obvious place. However long it takes, I'm not talking about all tomorrow at all. I'm just talking in general. But so this imbalance here is pretty obvious, but maybe that'll be their excuse to break these higher lows and come in down in here, and that's what I would like to see personally. If we break lower than that, then this top side is getting smashed. I just don't see it, but we'll see. All right, and then let's go into the smaller time frame. You can see the mastery here. Well, we open up here. I decided to stay late and take a trade because the reason why I took the trade after midnight here is because A, the best sells would be above midnight, and B, we're already all the way up here, and I understand that we are like in this wick right here, and then we're gonna engineer that liquidity that I was telling you about. So this would have been like that third lower high. So perfectly, I understand that the high yesterday closed here. We gap up, and then we get this break above, this little sweep, little three drives right here, and then it breaks below. So here I'm looking for a sell. And then I'm looking to hold that overnight, and sure enough, panned out for me pretty well. Did take a little heat while I was sleeping, so pretty much when this 115 candle came down, I'm already pushing the button, get filled pretty much right there at the 715 level, 715. All right, so I have to sleep. I have my stop loss, which is pretty much, it's not this high. I don't know why is that sitting there. It was above this high right here, because if it's going to be any higher than this, then this is going to keep going through. I don't want to be in that trade. Sure enough, while I'm sleeping, I'm taking half the risk, and not bad. So price comes down, and I'll show you the entry here. You can't see it because I didn't screenshot it last night, but I was exhausted. But this is when we're here at 9:30. I'm confident in 9:30, still pushing lower. I'm already in the trade, so I wanted to hit this level here and take a buy. So I do take this buy, by the way, when it does get here, and you can see as this next screenshot, I screenshot it here with that target in mind. On the 15-minute, it's a down candle. So pretty much also the setup was trying to hit this as support. Not, it doesn't mean long term or anything. This is just this specific trade idea is being from up here down into settling, or it's not settling, bouncing or targeting at this level right here, right? So this is pretty common sense, as any breakout artist would have took this trade to buy, and now they're rebalancing that. So it doesn't matter where this goes from here. This is a very generic setup, and generic setups are great, actually. So anyways, but that being the case, now I'm going to freeze for a moment here. While I'm here, I understand that there's an imbalance still here. There's an imbalance right here. I don't have it highlighted because I know where they are. I don't mark everything, but for you, you'll see in a second. And I know I also have this right here. All right, well, this is pretty low, right? But here's the thing. This is yesterday's opening range gap right here. So they didn't seal it, and that was what's left. From this low till this low here, you'll see that it's not filled, right? So up here, this was current time, and we did also, when we busted up at 9:30, you can see here that this opening range gap for today, bodies are respecting the half of it. They went a little bit above here, and pretty much, to be honest with you, if you want to keep it simple, I mean, this is just a lower low and a lower high. This is a lower low. This is a lower high. You know, this is a lower low right here. This is a lower high right here. So that leg, that's one leg, and then boom, 10 o'clock shoots that price all the way down. For another lower low and then a lower high here. And this is where I messed up, and greed gets in the way, and just, I mean, that's as simple as that. And getting married to an idea too much. So prices here. This is why I don't like fucking screenshotting, and one day I will have to go live, but I like keeping private. But see here, when it comes down and I take the screenshot, this is actually this should be an entry, because I understand where I'm bouncing off of, and I've sealed that price, and I'm inside that 15-minute down candle, which is a buying area. So because of that, or as support, quote unquote, but the thing is taking that to up here is very, very logical. So that's why I was proud of myself that I took the profit. I said, fuck it, take the profit, bro, and then just catch this buy. Now, when I take the screenshot, man, I mean, it sucks because the price shoots up so fast. By the time I'm done screenshotting and I go back and I push the buy button and I got the right contract on, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like fucking price is sitting over here, But I still caught it. But it sucks. So the reason why I'm saying that is because of this. So we'll go back to here. The reason why I'm saying that is because we're here, and I go to 1 minute. It's gonna be better for this. But real quick, I want to make this video short. But right here, this is that level I'm talking about right there. So I screenshot and it's right there. It's the 1 minute candle. So and then I do get in. I actually get in, and then I hold the price. This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to hold it to take out this right here. All right, and sure enough, when the price gets up here even, okay, right here, I'm like, man, it just sealed price. Take a look closely. And it's funny is like you gotta trust your intuition, but like I was so greedy that I didn't fucking take the profit, so it did come against me here. When it starts coming against me here, obviously that's trades out and it's small risk, so I don't even have to get stopped out the whole way. I knew it was bad trade. If it's bullish or if it's gonna be wiping up here, it shouldn't even be coming down here like this far. It should have never came below this candle, to be honest with you, right? So it could have came here and bounced, but I mean, coming lower than this, it's a bad trade. But take a look. Sure enough, it squeezes out, and I told myself, just take the profit from here to here. It was great. It was like 3 G's. I'm like, take the profit here and be done. Be done. Or what I would have liked to have really done is take that sell. So take this trade to here. This is a sequence of sell, buy, sell. This is how I look at this. There was a sequence here of how many? 1, 2, 3. We'll just say 3, and then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the earnings right here. So I look at it like that. I know what they're doing as far as the amount of trades that they're taking. So anyways, I would have liked to have taken this sell, and I told myself, yo, take the profit out and take this sell, but I didn't. What happened? Came down here and got real low, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not buying this. I'm done. Fuck this. But to get right here and not take this out, no way am I taking that as a buy. I'd rather miss the trade or wait till it breaks above here and then catch like a, another higher low or order flow. Look what it did. Came back in. Now, this is why I got all these imbalances stretched out. So this was originally the 5 minute, by the way, if you're asking. When I initially took, let me go to a 5 minute. Fuck it. I guess I could. I'll keep it on a 5 minute real quick. So you can see here, right, that that was a 5 minute. We come down, lower high. This is not a lower low, but this is a low. And if you were to just butt up this price to here, it would have been the same thing, which means see, when I teach, I explain in detail, and that's why these videos are going to be way too long. You're looking for me to just, I don't know, doesn't make any sense. But if I was to button, this is time distortion right here. So from here to here, this price from here to here, it didn't break that low, right? If you delete this from here to here, just delete this little area, and you button up this price action right here. If you button up this price action and you move it right here, then this would be not in the picture. Then it would have just went like this, right? It would have just came down with the rest of this, right? And that's that's also what I see, but I don't want to be in the market. So super game right there. And that's how you visualize the market as well. This is just all time distortion. From here, this lower high to this lower low down here, this is already predetermined, right? Like this is just like confusing people and getting them out, not even bothering chopping them up, whatever. Anyways, you drag over that 5 minute imbalance. You see here that we hit this perfectly. We retrace this, the dealing range that they gave us here between 9:30 and 10:30, and price gives us a hint that it wants to come down, retraces back up, and perfect level. Balance is pretty much this price right here. But look at the specific level. The algorithm says, hey, come back to the high of this 5 minute imbalance right there. See that? Smacks it. So right here, this was a sell. These were all sells right here. But I had to stay away. So then price breaks lower, comes down to that imbalance right there I mentioned earlier with that down candle. Sure enough, it comes like this underneath, goes below it, right? Goes into the next, because you're probably wondering, when does this thing stop? Where do I actually take a buy? Well, when you're in a trade like this, you got to let that thing go. When you see some movement like this, you're not trying to catch this. You're not trying to catch this. You don't even, at this point, you have to apply 3-4 drives. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this was actually a nice trade. So was this too. But the point is that, like, you understand that you see this little price action right here, this little tiny little bit of up candles. You see how it breaks, see how it's underneath here. This is a control of price right here. I make that in my videos a lot, meaning like once it breaks below, it doesn't go above. It just keeps coming lower. So this is also signaling maybe that how we're bearish, by the way. And how do I know that this is more resistance? I don't know, I'm just talking, but in general, you'll see this price action where it came down, and it's kind of like this is like support now turn resistance, but then see how it shoots up a little bit and comes back down, and then it breaks below, and then we keep coming back to it. Yeah, and we keep selling from it. That's what I call a point of control for me. I don't know what anybody else calls that. This is me after years of just watching price action, but very basic. But at this point, we hit this. You see the imbalances right here, and you see it on the 1 hour, right? So I have multiple levels. These are all specific levels though, so it's not like I'm just like retail. These guys are doing support resistance. They're just drawing a zone and dragging it out. There's no like, they didn't anchor it to like anything real, right? So if they knew that, if they knew this, so again, these imbalances can also revert to an inversion imbalance where it will hold as, instead of it being support and you buying it, it'll go below and then you'll sell it, or while it's inside it, it'll be sold. Very, very basic, but you can see this precision here. You can see the precision here. I've already got these levels, drawn out, but you can see here we blow through that one, and then this one here we tap it. I mean, literally it's the same level. Taps up. That's why it was a good buy. Where does it go? Algorithm says, okay, well, we just tapped that imbalance right there on the 15 minute, and it's also, yeah, it was on a 15 minute, let's take it all the way back up to that 5 minute low imbalance, not that 5 minute low, not the hour. I'm sorry, not the hour. Fucking 15-minute right here. This 15-minute, this zone right here of this imbalance, we pop right to it. Specific exact level, right? So, and plus what's inside that is this little imbalance. I know you're probably like, dude, you're crazy. I know, but I'm a beast. You see this little imbalance right here on the 1 minute. Now, once it pops right there, it seals it also. So the algorithm is accomplishing all these things at the same time, right? But it basically said, all right, come back and balance that, boom, and hit that bottom, boom, sell it. Where'd it go? Now we got to this 15-minute imbalance right there. There's a down candle right there as well. See that down candle? That's that 10:45 a.m. candle from yesterday. All right, that down candle. That's also was kind of like a terminus for me too. Was kind of like, okay, this is the end of the line. But earnings came out and they decided to push it down one more time at 4 o'clock. So anyways, I got to be done here. But let's see here. So when we got to that hour imbalance, price bounces up. Look where it goes. Bounces up. Bounces from that 15-minute imbalance, right? Bounces for a specific level, then comes right into here. And when it comes into here, look what it does. Comes back to that imbalance right there. And I normally don't have these all dragged out, by the way, but for visual purposes. And you can see that when we came up here, we do tag that low right there. And in between that low and that high, you see how it switches, right? And see, any momentum artist or breakout artist would have pushed sell there as well. They would have put probably a stop order and then it would have rushed. And why does it come right to that level exactly? Because it gets into that, it taps that imbalance on the 1 minute, but it also takes out buyer's remorse. So when it comes below, it's pretty much just fair delivery as well, but the secretive word is that it's just wiping out all the people who are breakout artists. I mean, that's, in my opinion, what it is. So other than that, yeah, man. And then what else I was gonna say here? So you see, how long has been? 60 minutes? Good, I gotta stop. So real quick, you see what? S&P, they had a shallower run here. As you can see, shallower run. Let me zoom out. You can see the shallower run here. And they playing around up and down, trying to save the face and keep the price alive. They just wiped out pretty much everyone who was selling. And then now they're starting to come down. We'll see. Creating more liquidity as well. And still got some price imbalance in here. So, I mean, it does make sense for it to come down and retrace. It's nothing wrong. It's just healthy. Doesn't mean we're headed for a crash or anything. But then you got Dow here. And Dow just pushing fucking crazy. Look at this. Where are we at here? Let's see here. Dow. Again, pushing up. You can see the price imbalance in between here and in here. More importantly, right here. So I could definitely see FOMC tomorrow pretty much balancing price. Wiping out some liquidity. An extra push. Now you're probably saying, well, what if it's an extra push? I mean, that would be the only way for them to imply, or not imply, or what's the word I'm looking for? Implement a higher premium price, right? So meaning that price that they print up higher, that price will be in history, meaning probably go on for the whole next year where that will be the high. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. But I'm talking just general, logically implementing just a higher premium price in history, right? So other than that, let's see here. Dollar, as you can see, still fucking around. Hasn't hit that high. Maybe it'll fail. At this point, it's 50-50. I mean, just to be honest with you. And then here you could see that the lower highs here. That's why I was saying this was a very important sell here. Not this one, because that's why I was trying to marry it and go up. But this one, this was a nice sell. I would have loved to be a part of that too. But lower highs here as a divergence. So other than that, let me see. Is there anything else I need to mention? Yeah, FOMC tomorrow. You do not need to trade the whole rest of the week. I mean, from here, and again, expecting a day like a crazy day like this because it's the day before. But as you see, we're still fucking sinking. Jeez. Headed right to probably that open right there. Seal the rest of that gap. And get to this down block right here. Does this hold surprise? Does that hold price? I doubt it. I mean, we're headed below this. If it closes below this candle, 50%. I mean, makes sense for him to keep going, and maybe Asia London will bring it lower, and then we'll see. But at this point, I'm not liking to be really too much involved. But maybe if I take a trade Friday, maybe Thursday, I might even still take one tomorrow. But it's not smart. So I might just stay out of it altogether, unless it's like a very obvious setup. But you should not trade the rest of the week. But if I was to maybe take a trade the rest of the week, it might be Thursday or Friday. So, all right. Hope this helps you guys. Take care and God bless.